पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सस्तुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोपला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामपि कर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैः रणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थखण्डोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधना बोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसि न श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। Yeah, good morning and namaskaram to all. We have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are in the 4th chapter. We completed up to the verse 36. Api chedasi pabebhyah sarvebhyah papakrittamaha sarvam jnanaplavena vrijinam santarishyasi. That we did. Now we'll move to verse number 37. Verse number 37. Yathaidhamsi samiddhognir bhasmasat kurute arjuna jnanagni sarvakarmani bhasmasat kurute tatha. One more time. Yathaidhamsi samiddhognir bhasmasat kurute arjuna jnanagni sarvakarmani bhasmasat kurute tatha. Hey Arjuna, what Bhagavan says, the way, see the firewood, when the firewood is burnt, right, it is burnt, the fire burns and turns the firewood into ashes, right? So fire burns firewood into ashes. The same way, yathaidhamsi samidhegnihi bhasmasat kurute Arjuna, jnanagnihi, in jnanagni, the fire of jnanam, in fire of jnanam, sarva karmani, okay, all karmas, bhasmasat kurute tatha. The same way in the jnanagni, in the fire of jnanam, in the fire of knowledge, and in the fire of knowledge means the Atmanubhuti, the knowledge of Atmanubhuti, okay? In the fire of knowledge, all karmas, All karmas are burnt into ashes. When it is burnt into ashes, there will nothing remains. There nothing, no karma remains. So at the end of when the moment a person, an individual becomes a jivan mukta, in the jnana agni, there is no karma at all. That is the meaning of this verse. Yathaidhamsi samidhegnehi samidhognihi bhasmasat kurute arjuna jnanagni sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute tatha. Now, when Bhagavan says that in jnanagni all karmas are burnt to ashes, when Bhagavan, the audio is clear sir? Just show this like this, yeah. Okay, yeah, thank you. So, what are the various karmas that we can classify the karmas? See, one is punya karmas. We can classify this way: punya karmas, papa karmas, and mishra karmas. Mishra karma means punya, papa, both are mixed. Okay, so these are the three types of karmas we can think of: punya karma, papa karma, and the mishra karma. What is this punya karma? Punya karma is all the actions that an individual does, all the actions with an intention of doing good to others. Okay, with an intention of doing good to others, one who does this karma with the notion of I am doing it. Okay, with the notion of I am doing it for the benefit of others, I do this karma. And when a person does this karma, he takes the doership of it, automatically the phalam of that karma, okay, the phalam of that karma, it comes back as sukham. Okay, it comes as sukham, happiness. That sukham is a result of the good deeds somebody does with the notion of I am doing it. That is the punya karmas. Then what is papa karmas? Papa karmas are with an intention of doing bad to others, with an intention of hurting others, with an intention of causing trouble for others, one does any karma. That action, it produces. Here also there is a notion that I am doing it because there is an intention is there. So with a motivation, this is the motive to hurt others or disturb others. When it is done, the result of which will come back as dukkham, unhappiness, sorrow. So this, when it comes back as sorrow, that is called papa karma. So papam produces dukkham, punyam produces pleasure or sukham. Both the cases, there is a notion that I am doing it. Okay, so with a doership, one who is taking the doership that I am doing this good karmas or I am doing this bad karmas, it comes back as punyam and papam, and punyam produces sukham and papam produces dukkham. And mishra karma, mishram means where in an action, see, in an action when there is both the good as well as the bad is inherent in it. Okay, if with a good intention, when somebody does, there is an action which hurts others. See, I thought of a very simple example for this. Okay, say you assume that someone who is teaching a student, for example, okay, someone who is teaching a student with a lot of good intention that the child must learn, the student must learn, and when this person is teaching and with a lot of love and affection, the actions, the physical actions are also matching with that, then this produces a punyam, okay, and it comes back as sukham. Pabam means with a bad intention, that this student should never learn. This student should never understand this, and teaching the wrong things or teaching something which is opposite to what exactly is. When such a teaching is done, this comes back as Pabam. And Mishra Karma means the intention is good. Okay, there's with a lot of great intention the person is doing, and along with that, suppose the teacher, or say if it is the teacher, if he is using a stick or something, to hurt that person physically, the intention is that the child should learn, the student should learn. So, and with that, the person is teaching, but inside the teaching, when the student is not able to teach, the teacher is hurting the student. So this is, I think, this is somewhat a Mishra Karma. See, this is a very, very, very basic example. There are many karmas when we do. It will have both. It's a mixture of punya and papa karmas. Both will be there. So these three types of karmas, whenever there is an intention, whenever there is a doership in it, it will produce sukham. It will produce dukkham. So or it is a mishram of, it's a mixture of both punyam and papa. This is one. So what is, all these are binding. The punya is, as in Malayalam it says that it is a chain of golden chain. You are bound with a golden chain. The other ways you are bound with an iron chain. Then another classification we can take as karmas as sanjita karmas, agami karmas, and prarabdha karma. We have discussed this many times, but still we will do a refreshing on this. We will refresh this. Sanchita karma. All the karma vasanas, right? All the karma vasanas that stays as a seed form, in the seed form. Okay? This in the seed form, through all the previous janmas, with so many janmas, the accumulated karma vasanas, that is called sanchita karma. It remains as a seed, and when it produces result, when the phalam, when it produces phalam, some of it, okay, some of the sanchita karma phalams, it comes out as, say you can think it of as FD, fixed deposit, which got matured now. Okay, there's plenty of fixed deposit there. Out of that, some got matured, and when that matured fixed deposit comes out as a prarabdha, it takes a body, and it takes a embodied, and this body with which whoever it is, whatever it is, human or animal or plant or whatever, then it produces a body, and that body, okay, which is the product of a part of sanjita karma, which comes out as a prarabdha, and this person has to undergo through the prarabdha karma. This prarabdha karma, or this body itself, is called prarabdha sharira. The shariram, this body, is called prarabdha sharira. So it will undergo. Nobody can change it. The body that undergoes the pain, etc., it will go through that, and this is applicable to everyone, including jnanis. So this prarabdha is for everyone, including jnani. And what is agami? This is prarabdha karma, and agami karma is during the course of time. Okay, during the time of prarabdha, the individual he develops karma vasanas more. So while he is performing, we are all individually embodied, and we have got a body, and we are going through this prarabdha. During the process, produces new karma vasanas, new desires. When we have new desires, which has come through while performing a karma, it produced a result. Based on that result, this person either undergoes a sukham or dukkham, and because of that he produces the next, he is ready for the next karma. Okay, and then it produces. So like that it goes on, and there accumulation of more karma vasanas in while going through the prarabdha. So this also, at the end of this course, this also gets accumulated along with the sanchitas. So altogether the sanchita goes on increasing. Some it will be taken as prarabdha, again produces more agami. This agami karmas goes and added to the earlier fixed deposits. So like that, this sanjita karma goes on increasing. Prarabdha karma is the one which we actually go through, and agami is the one which is we are generating again. See, this is very easily explained as, you know, you have we have queer, you know, what do you call it, queer, where you have got the long narrow case which we put for the bow and arrow, where all the arrows are kept, the arrows are stored, that queer. So this queer where all the arrows are kept, it is called sanjita karma. Okay, and prarabdha karma is when the arrow has left the bow. Okay, the arrow has left the bow. That arrow which is already left the bow, that is the prarabdha karma, and the arrow which is ready on the bow, ready to leave, that is called agami karma. Okay, so these are the classification of the karmas in sanjita, prarabdha and agami. So what Bhagavan says is that in the fire of jnanam, all these three karmas are burnt. How the karmas are burnt in the jnanagni? See, what is in the sanjita? What is it sanjitam? What is it in the sanjita karma vasana? There are plenty of karma vasanas in that. How this gets burnt? This can be burnt only by actually reducing the karma vasanas. Reduce it in the sense, whatever is the karma vasana, when there is a karma vasana in us, make the karma as an offering to God. Make these karmas as nishkama karma. Make it as totally nishkama. I don't want anything. So then, whenever there is a karma vasana, and in that karma vasana we start doing a karma, okay, and when we perform the action, okay, when we perform that action is done without any sort of expectation from it. They never get attached to it. Okay, expectation in the sense, not that there will be a result, but don't get attached to the result. Never get attached to the result. So that is the karma yoga. See, when we say there is a karma vasana, we have to perform that karma. Where there is a karma vasana, to remove that karma vasana, the karma has to be done. See, like as Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, to remove a kata, a thorn which is there, to remove that, we have to use a bigger thorn and remove it, and then both you throw outside. So same way, to remove the karma vasana, the karma has to be performed with a notion of not taking any doership of it, and do it as an offering to God. Okay, as an offering to God. This is what is karma yoga. The karma yoga is karmani eva adhikaraha te ma phaleshu kadachana. So do the karma as an offering. You have to do, we have to perform the karma. By performing an action only we can get rid of that action. So when performing the action, never get attached to the result of it. What does that mean? It means that the result of the karma, I am doing it nothing for me. See, the action that I am doing, I am not doing it for my personal glory or my personal monetary benefits or anything connected with me, because I don't lack anything. I don't miss anything in this life. Because why I don't miss anything? I am full. I am full. See, my Swarupam is Ananda. Okay? My Swarupam is Ananda. I am happiness. I am peace of mind. Any disturbance, anything that causes a disturbance in my mind is because of my karma vasana. And anything that disturbs my peace of mind is because of my karma vasana. And to get rid of this disturbance, I have to forego my personal pleasures. Personally, I don't need anything. I have to realize myself that I am Satchidananda Swarupam. My true nature is Atma. I am the embodiment of happiness. I am full. I am happiness. I don't miss anything in this life. I don't miss anything at all. Because I am happiness. I am peace of mind. So this realization gets rid of all the objects of this world. I will miss something, will not be there. There is no missing. I don't miss any objects of this world for my happiness. So this person is the Dhiraha. He is only brave who can forego, who can drop his personal pleasures, okay, who can control his sense organs with this knowledge, the knowledge that I am Atma. So to know that I am Atma, we have to contemplate more and more of it. How is it that I am Atma? How is it that everything I am seeing is Atma? There is nothing other than Bhagavan here. Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Shabdyate. There is nothing other than Bhagavan here. This clarity in thought, this knowledge which is there, which the intellectually convinced, once it is convinced, this will get rid of all the desires or all the desires for the external objects. This karma, when it is done, okay, when it is done with karma, how to get rid of this karma? Because of the avidya is removed. Avidya, karma, karma. Avidya is the root cause of all. The ignorance, not knowing my true nature is the problem. Because of this ignorance, I develop a desire, that is karma. And because of this desire, I end up doing karma. I end up doing karma for my pleasure. So this is the process. Avidya is removed by jnanam. In this jnanagni, my true nature is Satchidanandam. I am Atma, Aham Brahmasmi, and you are also that. And one who can see everything as Atma, everything as Brahman, everything as Bhagavan, everything as God, there is no raga and dvesha. There is absolutely no attachment towards any specifically, there is nothing, and there is absolutely no dvesha also. One who gets rid of this attachment and one who gets rid of all the hatred, his actions will be for loka sangraha only. that actions will naturally be for the benefit of others. So this also removes along with that all the doership that I am doing. This will go away because there is nothing other than Bhagavan here. So who is doing what? There is no that ahankara is not there to do things. Things just happen. So when this ahankara is not there, there is no doership at all. When there is no doership now, there is no doership anytime. My true nature is Atma, which is never born, which never dies, which is ever present, eternal. This knowledge, in this jnana agni, sarva karmani bhasmasat kuriti. All karmas are getting burnt to ashes. When there is no doership at all, there is no sanchita karma, there is no prarabdha karma also. See, the notion of prarabdha karma is when you look at a Jivan Mukta from outside. From an outside, when you look at a Jivan Mukta, we think that the Jivan Mukta is undergoing prarabdha. But if you ask the Jivan Mukta, he will say there is no prarabdha at all. The moment somebody says, I have prarabdha karma in me, that means there is still some karma vasana is left. There is a disturbance there. Say, a jnani himself does not have any karma. He is akarma. Akarma is Brahman. We have discussed this in the 3rd chapter. Akarma. Akarma is Brahman. Karma is ignorance. So, any action done with a doership is ignorance, and anyone who does it, who naturally it happens in that person, that karma he does not take any doership in it, and naturally that karma will be for the loka sangraham. This has to be practiced. This has to be practiced. Ahamidam, mamamidam is the main cause of all the problems. Ahamidam, mamamidam is the main reason for all the problems. So, in this jnanagni, in this vastu bodhan, in this mano nasham happens. Mano nasham means mind will not have any karma vasana in it. A mind which does not have any karma vasana takes the form of Brahman. A mind which does not have any karma vasana in that takes the form of Brahman, and there will be only Shanti, peace of mind. This peace of mind, this Shanti is Bhagavan. This Shanti is Bhagavan, and there is only Shanti here. There is only peace here. Actually, everyone is an embodiment of peace. But due to the ignorance that I missed something, I feel that I have some karma vasana, and who wants mukta? Who wants moksha? Atma doesn't want moksha. Atma is ever free. And I am that, you are that, everyone is that. Atma is ever free. One who is in ignorance, that jiva needs to be freed. That jiva feels that I have to be free. Whereas the jiva, one who has realized himself or realized that jiva as Atma does not need freedom. Freedom is necessary for an ignorant person. So, this is jnanam. So, in this jnanagni, all karmas are burnt. Jnanagni sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute tatha. See, if you refer to the 3rd chapter, 5th verse, 5th and 3rd chapter 27. If the 27th verse, if you can go through that later, we have very clearly discussed this. 27th was 1 second. Yeah, prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. Vimudhatma, Okay, one who is ignorant, one who is a mudha, he, vimudhatma, kartaham iti manyate. I am the one who is doing it, he says, I am the one who is doing it. So, this vimudhatma, and also, if you refer back the third chapter, you will get once more time, you can refresh, we can listen to that again and again, we can read that, understand it very clearly. So, then we will know that the ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. So, that is the third chapter. So, here the only way to get rid of this karma vasana is to perform wherever the vasana is there to be performed, and when this is while performing this action, okay, while performing this action with jnanam, knowing that my true nature is Atma, okay, knowing that very clearly, the intellectual understanding, that is called paroksha jnanam. With paroksha jnanam, I understand clearly that my true nature is Atma. My true nature is Brahman. Once I understand very clearly that I don't lack anything, then all the karmas, all the actions that the person performs will be for the loka samgraham, for the people around, people or animals or plants or everything around will be benefited naturally by the actions of a jnani. So whether after realizing the truth, whether the jnani does karma or doesn't karma, that nobody can say, because it is as per the prakriti of that individual. It is as per the prakriti. The actions has got absolutely no relevance, because he or she or the jiva feels or jiva knows himself as Atma, and what comes out of that, whether that the body functions as the functions of the body, the actions of the body, whether what sort of actions it will do, whatever it does, it will be for the benefit of others. There is no doubt about it. Okay, we'll move to 38th verse. We have taken almost 30 minutes. 38, yeah. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramika vidyate tat swayam yoga samsiddhaha kalena atmani vindati. Iha. In this world, nahi jnanena sadrisham. Jnanena sadrisham. What is this jnanena sadrisham? See, jnanam here doesn't mean the intellectual understanding. It is the Atma Anubhuti. It is the Brahma Anubhuti. There is the Aparoksha Anubhuti. It is not intellectual understanding. Okay? It is not that I understand. Okay, I got all the knowledge that I am Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. I am convinced that everything around me, everything is Brahman. Okay? That is not it is. This here jnanena sadrisham means that with that knowledge, an individual starts performing action and he gets rid of all the ragam and dvesham. He removes all his karma vasana, who has already burnt all the karma vasanas. Okay? That jnanena sadrisham pavitram na vidyate. Right? Pavitram na vidyate. There is nothing equivalent to or nothing more pure or there is nothing more parishuddham than this jnana. Iha, in this world, jnanena sadrisham pavitram na vidyate. There is nothing that is equivalent to this pure, this jnanam, pure jnanam. There is nothing equivalent to this. Tat, that is that jnanam, kalena yoga samsiddhaha. Kalena means in very slowly. It takes time. That jnanam kalena yoga samsiddha. What is yoga samsiddha? Yoga samsiddha is one who is practicing this yoga. One who is practicing this equanimity of the mind. Please understand clearly. Equanimity of the mind is being practiced. Equanimity of the mind is whenever there is a disturbance, understand that this disturbance of my mind is my problem, and this problem of this disturbance of mind is due to my attachment to something. Either my attachment may be towards money or property, or this attachment could be to some relationships, or it could be due to some name and fame, or some feeling insult, etc. All this is connected with the ahankaram. And understand this, analyze it, you will get rid of it. Slowly, kalena, very slowly, slowly. Jnanam kalena yoga samsiddha. Then swayam atmani vindati. Slowly, he enjoys this atmanubhava. What is this? Then in the jnanam, or the first, as we said, the jnanena sadrisham, there is nothing equivalent to this. There is nothing equivalent to a peace of mind. There is nothing more purer than a jnanam. There is nothing more good. Ashantasya kuta sukham. If there is no peace of mind, what sort of happiness can you enjoy? It is the peace of mind that is the most important thing in life. And that equanimity of the mind has to be practiced slowly. Kalena. Slowly. It has to be practiced. For this practice, we have to get rid of this me and mine. Ahamidam, mamamidam must be slowly cut down. Slowly cut down. This we cannot get it by only intellectual thinking and understanding everything and all that. That is only a book Vedanta. Every moment in our life, we have to practice it. Really put it into practice. This putting into practice is yoga, or trying equanimity of the mind. So, what Bhagavan says, nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate tat swayam yoga samsiddha kalena atmani vindati. The self-knowledge, jnanam, self-knowledge, releases from all the bondages of karma. Only self-knowledge can release us from the bondages of karma. Without this jnanam, any amount of actions people perform, any amount of actions, let it be anything, let someone do puja or japa or etc. or whatever, or going to temples or doing bhajans or work in an office or stay as a homemaker or do as a tailor or cobbler or any job or IT office, wherever, whichever job, or a Vaidika, any amount of action will not release from bondage, because all that is actions, and all those actions are performed with a notion of doership. So long as there is a doership in us, there will be no release, there will be no freedom. So the freedom is only possible when you know that you are free. We have to understand that we are free. By doing action, we cannot be a muktaha. We cannot become a jivan mukta by performing actions. Only by knowledge. With knowledge, with the jnanam, that is why, see, in second chapter, Bhagavan in the second chapter clearly explained about all the Jnanam, Sankhya Yoga. Explained Jnanam, then Karma Yoga, both. So both must be there. The Jnanam must be there, and Karma has to be performed with Jnanam, and both this has to be with Bhakti. With Bhakti. Bhakti is, that is devotion, is a must for both Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. Both Bhakti must be there. Bhakti is 100% necessary. Devotion is required. So, with devotion, with the total surrender to Bhagavan, total surrender to that Atma, consciousness, total surrender. With that, when anyone performs equanimity of the mind, or anyone performs Karma Yoga with the Jnanam, with the knowledge that I am ever free, that removes all the Raga and Dvesha. Everything will be removed. This removal of this attachment and aversion has to be performed and got rid of it. See, it is very clear how it is done, Shruti, Yukti, Anubhavam. Shruti, you heard about it, all that, understood. Then Yukti, you thought about it and cleared all the doubts. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhavam. Put it into practice, you get the Anubhavam. Without putting into practice, we cannot. Suppose you want to have an equanimity of the peace of mind. Suppose there is an attachment towards an object. If we don't drop it, peace of mind will never be achieved. We cannot do that. Hold on to that object also and have happiness. No. If you hold on to that object, if you hold on to that situation, if you think that yes, I can do something, or if you are unable to forgo your mind attitude, if you are unable to get rid of this mind, okay, it is impossible to have peace. It will bind you. It will pull you back into samsara. So that is what Bhagavan said. This is so auspicious. Pavitram it is, pure, parishuddham. And a mind which is totally purified reveals the truth itself. Once the jnanam is there, ready to come out as Atmanubhavam, and once the raga and dvesha, the mara, the cloud, okay, when the cloud goes, the sun is always ever shining there. Just the cloud has to move. Even when the cloud is obscuring the sun is always there behind. The cloud just have to move. The cloud is raga and dvesha. The raga dvesha cloud, once it moves, the sun reveals itself the same way. The jnanam is ever there. Just we have to get rid of our raga and dvesha, attachment and aversion. Then that intellectual knowledge is very much necessary. Intellectual, what is intellectual understanding is Sarvam Brahmamayam. Whatever, everything that you see, you smell, you taste, everything is Brahman only. Sarvam Brahmamayam, Dede Sarvam Brahmamayam. All the names and forms that appear, the names and forms, they are like, there can be thousands and thousands of ornaments, right? Any ornament, necklace, bangle, this, that, and everything, one who can see gold in it. One, say like a goldsmith, you take all the ornaments to a goldsmith. Goldsmith is never worried about the names and forms. He's not worried whether it is a necklace or whether it is a bangle or something. He is only worried that it is to be gold. He puts everything like a bundle and then put it into the balance and weighs it. Okay, this much kg or this much grams. Okay, I pay for it. That's it. He's not worried. No, you said, no, this is bought from that particular jewelry, this is bought from this particular jewelry. He will say it doesn't matter. He doesn't care about all this. He sees only gold. Kanakaika Mahabuddhi. Same way, Brahmaiva Mahabuddhi. You have to see Brahman in everything. Why? Why do you think that everything is Brahman? Because the names and forms that you see, a shape and a name that you see, it is because of the instrument that we are using. This is an instrument. The eyes, the Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, all the Jnanendriyas are there. The sense organs are all instruments. The mind is an instrument. With this instrument, we are observing this universe, and we come to some conclusion that these names and forms are that we see is what it is. We forget the true nature of it. As I told last class or somewhere, it's like 5 or 6 blind people, they went to see an elephant. They went to see an elephant, and each one was holding onto one limb, either one with the trunk and one with the leg, and each one interpreted their own way. Each one said that the elephant is like a pillar. Some said it is like a snake. Some said it is like a broom. Right? So each one, some said it is like a carpet. But elephant is only one. Each one, with whatever they perceived, they said elephant is like this, like that. The humans look at this world with their sense organs and they say this is the world. They forget to see the Brahman. They forget to see that Vastu. The same way the animals with which each species, they observe this world. They perceive this world with their sense organs and think that this is the world. The sun and the moon, etc., they perceive this world. They observe this world with their sense organs. That world will be totally different. That is why Devalokam, Manushyalokam, Mrigalokam, etc. All these lokas are what they perceive with their sense organs. But like the blind men, each one says, this is the world. That's not true. There is only one thing which is perceived by the 6 blind men. The same way, all of this has to be one. That one is being looked at or being observed by the instruments, individual instruments, and we think that this is the world. They are the names and forms that we are talking about. These names and forms are not true. We are observing, we are seeing Brahman. We are experiencing God. We are experiencing Bhagavan only. Yep, that is why Sarvam Brahmamayam. Even this body is being observed. This body is being sensed by our sense organs. This body, the head, everything, that this body is being experienced by our own sense organs. You sit in a room, close your eyes and think about it, you will know it. So with an instrument only we are observing this world along with this body. And what we are observing? God. We are seeing Atma. We are seeing only consciousness here. There is nothing other than consciousness. So that knowledge, that intellectual clear knowledge releases slowly from the karma bandha, from the bondage of karmas. No by doing any amount of karma will not release. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate tat swayam yoga samsiddhaha kalena atmani vindati. Some places they say that the jnanam comes like a lightning. Suddenly it gets realized. Some say kalena, it takes time. See, it is like this. One who is ready to receive this jnana, that is one who does not have any raga and dvesha, one who has got absolutely no interest in doing any sort of karma. He has got no karma vasana at all, absolutely no karma vasana. Such people, such individuals, Sravanam only required. No Mananam also is necessary. One Sravanam, just you have to tell him Tattvamasi. That's it. So there it is only a spark is necessary. So it catches fire just like that. Whereas those who have a lot of karma vasana in them, that karma vasana to be died down, it has to be burnt in jnanam yoga and karma yoga. Both are necessary. See, even Arjuna, after listening to the talks, he did not realize then and there. It took time for him also. Arjuna has a lot of karma vasana in him. It has to be got rid of it. It has to be flushed out of that system. So he has to perform the karma as a Kshatriya with the knowledge, whatever Bhagavan taught him, with that knowledge, he realized much later. He realized only after Krishna's departure. Only after Krishna left his body, then only he realized. Arjuna got realized. We can read in Srimad Bhagavatam or Mahabharata this thing. Okay, we'll move to 39. Shraddhavan labhade jnanam tatparas samyatendriyaha jnanam labdhva param shantim achirenadhigacchati. Shraddhavan labhade jnanam tatparas samyatendriyaha jnanam labdhva param shantim achirenadhigacchati. Shraddhavan. Shraddha means one who has a total trust in Guru and scriptures. That is Shraddha. One who has a total trust in the scriptures and in the Guru. Tatparaha. His or her, the individual's goal is very clear. His goal is Atmanubhavam only. I don't want anything. I want to realize God. I want only Atmanubhavam. I want to know this Atma. Tatparaha. Then Samyatendriyaha. Mind and organs, sense organs, karma indriyas, etc. Samyatendriyaha are controlled. They are to be controlled. Means, how to control it? Meditate on Bhagavan only. Meditate on God. Meditate on Atma. Meditation means contemplation. Continuous vicharam. Vichara margam, that is meditation. Who am I? What is my true nature? That meditation is necessary. Tatparaha samyatendriyaha. Earlier also we have explained many times. The buddhi, whose buddhi is like anantaha, is going all over the place, will never find it. So the buddhi has to be vyavasayatmika buddhi reka. That one-pointedness, that Atma I must know. And I will think about it. I will do vicharam on it. Atma vicharam I will do. So one who has this tatparaha, samyatendriyaha, control of all the sense organs, etc. No veda buddhi at all. Ekam. What is jnanam? What is jnanam? Jnanam is Shraddhavan labhade jnanam. Jnanam is ekameva advitiyam. Ekameva. There is only one. Only God here. Only Bhagavan here. I am not there. Ananda chinmaya hare gopika ramana jnananna bhavamad tonaika venamiha To Nundata Kilakhilam Yani Dinnavadi To Nena Me Varada Narayanaya Namah. Aham should not be there at all. Ahankara should not be there at all. There is no ahankara. There is only Brahman here. So this jnanam, this has to be practiced, and no attachment, no aversion, etc. One who is practicing this, one who is Shraddhavan, then Tatparaha Shraddhavan labhade jnanam, Tatparaha Samvedendriyaha jnanam labdva Param Shantim, he gets complete peace, eternal, he attains peace. Not after death. Here, now and here. Param Shanti Madhigachati. Achirena. Without much time. Without any amount of time. See, the time we can say, see, so many janmas are there. Considering so many janmas and all that, a few years, a few months, doesn't matter at all. It depends on the individual's raga and dvesha, how much the karma vasana is there set in that person. It will depend on that. But I am sure we are all here. We have actually scraped the Sanchita karma vessel. From the bottom, we have already taken out everything and then we have come here. We are here in this life. There is nothing in the Sanchita. It's only prarabdha here. That we have to get rid of it. That's all. Don't think that Sanchita karma, okay, there are so many FD still there. No, all FD is finished. This is last. Everything we have scraped from the bottoms up. Nothing there. So that is how we are here. We are here to just exhaust this prarabdha, and depends on whatever little bit of karma vasana that we have. We will burn it. As Bhagavan said, we will burn it with jnanam and practice of this yoga. With the practice of this yoga, practice of this equanimity of the mind, drop off this me and mine attitude with a lot of intensity. Do this. When we do the spirituality, or we what do you call it? See, there are no two lives, okay? Please remember, there are no one spiritual life and adhyatma life and then another one laukika life. Nothing like that. There is only one life here. That is spiritual life. So, in this, we will definitely get rid of little bit of raga and dvesha. We don't have much. That is why we are here discussing Bhagavad Gita. And Param Shanti Achirena Adhigachati. Without losing much time, without losing any time, we will realize here, now itself, in this life itself, Param Shantim Adhigachati, will be at peace. Peace of mind is Bhagavan. Peace is God. Shanti is God. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om.